me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. He'll be brought down right around the 20. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, Lamb. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he is hit. Scrimmage, the defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He finds Likely, his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. This caught right side by Worthy. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. Whoa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll motion over Metcalf. Ravens. Point after now from Tucker. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A big play here in the big game. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Lions are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Derrick Henry! And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 21-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Working free downfield. It is Williams. That one good for 26 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game...
And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll run. It's Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Mahomes on first down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. That is brought in at the 10. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take it on in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Jackson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. 3rd and long. So after one, here is
with the score.
a tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Still going. DK Metcalf. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Mahomes back. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Mahomes. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He's going to force his way for a yard or two. But looks like this one's going to be coming back. Here's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, Lamb. Second down, Jackson. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
First and 10 for Mahomes. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Worthy to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's going to be 16 yards. That's good for Baltimore. First down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Oh, strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On play action, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. Jackson now. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will go up by 7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That is good. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Jackson now on second down. He's going to keep it himself.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there was nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action now. Jackson. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will score again. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Baltimore. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he's going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3, they got 6. Enough for the 4th down conversion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll let this one go long for Williams. A big play here in the big game. 52 yards.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow, and the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
Mahomes now to throw again.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Mahomes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. Here's Mahomes. And this will pay off. It is caught. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. Oh, he missed the extra point. It's no good, and they can't even this one up. They will remain down by 1. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll motion over Metcalf. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And he'll get about 5. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Going to go right back to Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens are going to open up the lead to 8. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelce. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play call just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
They'll motion over Metcalf. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this time, they'll just keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught! And he will score! Justin Jefferson! Touchdown, Detroit!
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. here's Henry. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. That's taken in.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
2nd down, Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
This has been some kind of march downfield now, and they pay it off with 6. It's 1st and goal. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Again, it's Jackson. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On the return, it's Williams. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. Open man is Kelsey. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it as well as you can ask. He went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-point game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll try and run right on the option. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Jackson now. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the Lions will get the ball at their own 17-yard line. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
A short one caught by Kelsey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Third down, 3 to go. Mahomes. He manages to get the throw late and completes it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Jackson. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now Jackson on 4th down. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to be brought down here on what will... They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Martin Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Williams on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And he's got another one. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Worthy to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. He'll run it on first down with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Second down, Jackson. This caught right side by Worthy. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 6. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
First and 10 for Mahomes. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
First and 10 now from the 36. Now, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a first down. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. but they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Baltimore. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
A 1st down throw for Mahomes. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll go again here with Henry. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jackson now. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. That's a dozen. Catch number 12. And a 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Kelsey. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Right back to the air from Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and goal, Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Jackson going to keep it himself. Now a loose football. The Lions have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. The ball's out. The Lions have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the 1st down. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ground, here's Henry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
A give right up the middle to Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
One final chance for this defense. And here's third down. Throwing Jackson. And this ball incomplete on third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to try it here again. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And the Ravens have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the Baltimore Ravens, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olsen for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico, good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.